Hi guys, just a quick little video, go over the ASL Starter Kit #1 rulebook. I've read it once. I'm in the middle of reading it a second time, a little more in depth, and then I will start playing scenario #1. I've started to clip some of the counters and getting pretty excited. I'm traveling for business here next day or two. So I'll take the game with me and maybe shoot the first part of the playthrough of Scenario 1 over the weekend. But I want to do just a real quick kind of overview of the rulebook. So far digging it. Basically, what is it again? Like 16 pages or something like that. Right? 12 pages. I really don't want to get into describing rule books by page count. I don't think it's kind of a useless piece of information. Different rule books are constructed differently, and no two 12-page rule books are the same. So other than it's not 100 pages, okay, or 45 pages. Other than that, take it for what it's worth. Very easy to read. Starts off with a little introduction about the game, gives you a table of contents, and then starts talking about components here at the bottom. And terrain types. So you got a nice page here with very clear pictures of the terrain and very good descriptions. Then goes into the counters in this version of the game. And basically there's 3 counters. There's, excuse me, informational markers, personnel markers, and support weapons. Okay. Of those, you have single man counters, which are like your leaders. You have multi-man counters, which are your squads. Full size, half size. And then you've got, like I said, your informational ones like game turn, and there's a few others. I don't have them all memorized yet. And then the counters obviously have fronts and backs, and then talks about what's on the front and the back. Very clear. And then it gets into a whole page plus here of some of the definitions for some of these abbreviations. They're all throughout the rule book and can be a bit confusing. So just take your time. It's on the inside cover, or not cover, but inside page here. Second page, third, I guess technically it's the 4th page. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then gets into some very nice illustrations to talk about various parts of the game. In this case, it's a rally phase. And when I like it, you'll notice it says here at the bottom of this, illustration before any results. So as you're reading the text here and looking at this image, you're not confused as to before or after certain things have gone on. This says illustration before the results. And then on this one, which is a bit more detailed, it says illustration after the results. I really like that. Line of sight helped me clear up a little confusion I had. It's a pretty simple concept. I just misread something on the orchards, and then when I saw it on this just little illustration, cleared it up. Obviously there's no before or after on line of sight, so it's not listed. And then it goes into sequence of play, the various in detail fire phases. I won't go through and name them all here. A couple little charts and kind of a detailed summary for the defensive fire. And again, read through this. Don't have it memorized. I figure once I get into the game and moving counters around, I'll dig into this much deeper, and you'll see that. And then very nice page, full page of instructions, descriptions, excuse me. Well laid out. Again, another page over here with a a route phase example. This one does a lot with movement phase and defensive fire. There, sorry, got it out of frame. And then a little route summary. Again, I think it's pretty well laid out. Another really good example here. This is a close combat example. and then a little bit on the support weapons, which is another type of the counters in the game. Machine guns, flamethrowers, and demolition charges. Now I haven't checked, but those are maybe the only ones in the game. A couple little final notes, and then basically laid out the types of counters that you have in the game. Okay, from your Germans, your Russians, your American squads, and then the leaders. And I think all the leaders, I didn't check this, I think all the leaders are the same color. Yeah, so all the leaders appear to be not prepared. I thought I was all prepared. I wasn't going to get into the leaders, but now I'm curious, so we definitely got to find out. Oh, apparently not. Okay, so the leaders are the same color. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay. They just didn't put a color on them in the rule book. Fair enough. I thought maybe they were all white counters. See? Basically, that's it. In the next video, we'll have the board laid out and start pushing counters around and really digging into this and starting to learn. I'm excited. There's some new releases coming out, and I want to buy them, but I'm going to hold on until I get through these starter kits and understand the game before I go dump a bunch of money into it. Although I'm pretty sure I eventually will get everything. Anyway, as always, I appreciate your time watching what we're doing here. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye for now.